Hey guys, hope everyone's day is going well. So today I'm going to be reviewing a very wide, very interesting yo-yo. This right here is the Amplified Return Tops ADLIB. Let's jump right in. So I want to give a huge shout out to Amplified Return Tops for making this entire video possible and for sending me this yo for review. It was super generous of them, and I've been holding on to this yo for a while and I haven't had a chance to make a review, so I'm really sorry about the wait, guys. But yeah, again, shout out to Amplified Return Tops. As usual with any of my videos, the links to all their contact information and the links to purchasing this yo will be in the description, so if you guys are interested at all, be sure to check that out. I got it all linked down below for you. So without further ado, let's take a look at the specs of this yo. You're definitely going to want to pay close attention to these because they're pretty irregular, as you'll find out. Alright, so let's take a look around this yo-yo. So first things first, the color of this yo-yo is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's like this rose gold and pink kind of fade. It's super subtle, but it looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm sure if any of you guys get this color, you're gonna love it. Now, this has a very wide design. As you can see, that's the first thing I noticed about this yo is, man, this yo is super wide. And it generally just makes it a very big yo-yo. The specs are unique for sure. The diameter comes at 54.9 millimeters, which is pretty standard, if not a little bit undersized, but with a width of 48 millimeters, I mean, that's pretty unheard of. So this is gonna be a really wide yo-yo. So looking at the shape itself, we got some kind of smaller rims here, a few cuts, and then this linear cut which leads down to the bearing. So it's a very kind of straight line that just leads straight down to the bearing. Now the cup, this is a crazy cup. So we've got so many cuts going on here, and they really just keep going. As you can see here, they just go down to a flat center in the middle of the yo-yo. So in general, like, what a crazy design of this yo-yo. So much thought went into this wild design, but they really did pull it off. In general, this is a really great looking yo-yo. It's got a really wide design, great color, and a very fun and jazzy, unique cup. Alright, so let's talk about the play of this really wide yo-yo right here. So as you might expect, just based on those specs, this yo-yo has a really unique feel. First things first, this is a very comfortable yo-yo. So because of the shape, it really just feels great in your hand, and when the yo returns to your hand after a bind, it's just very comfortable, which makes for a really enjoyable and like fun yo-yo experience. And like, that's one of the first things I noticed, that this yo had a really great fun feel. It was also very comfortable to throw. In my opinion, it plays definitely more on the light and floaty side, even though the weight itself is a little bit heavier, which is super interesting. I think that because of the weight distribution, this yo just tends to feel a bit floaty. It's kind of an optical illusion. You know, you'd expect, you know, this giant kind of wide shape like this to be more heavy, but in general, this yo plays so much more light than you expect. The rim weight is kind of subtle with this yo-yo. This yo-yo has a really good amount of stability, but the rim weight isn't very noticeable. You know, on some yo-yos, you can really just feel the rim weight being pushed, you know, to the outside, but for this one, the weight distribution feels pretty even. The response system for this yo is pretty good. You know, for the most part, I was getting some good binds. Every now and then, I'd get, you know, a bind slip, but I think that's just because of the response pads of this yo. I'm not quite sure why, but every now and then I got a little bit of slippy binds, but for the most part, they're pretty good. I did run into a little bit of trouble with this yo when I pushed this yo to the extremes with spin time and stability. And I'm not exactly sure why, but I was just finding myself with a little bit less spin and stability than I was used to at the end of my more strenuous combos. So this isn't super noticeable, but mostly at the end of a long combo, I was finding myself with just, you know, less spin than usual. This yo does have really great acceleration though. It plays pretty darn light, as I mentioned before, and has a really nice, you know, acceleration to top speed. The shape of this yo also makes like lacerations really nice and easy. Whips and hops are so much easier with, you know, this wide shape. Now, this may not be the best yo for like the more dense tech tricks because that width is just so wide. You could land on double strings, but for the most part, I didn't run into too much trouble with that. And then finally, the blasted finish of this yo just makes grinds fantastic. They spin for a really nice long time, so I was very impressed with that. So in conclusion, this is generally a really nice yo-yo. If you are really into wide yo-yos, I think you're definitely gonna like this one because this is a very solid ultra wide yo-yo. I did run into a little bit of issues with spin time at the end of my more extreme combos, but for the most part, it was no big deal. And so we have yet another amazing design from Amplified Return Tops. Again, I'm so excited to see what they are doing in the future. And once again, thank you to Amplified Return Tops for sending me this yo-yo. Alright, thank you guys all so much for watching my review of the Amplified Return Tops ADLIB. If you guys did enjoy the review, be sure to leave a like. And also, if you guys are new here and haven't seen my videos before, hit that subscribe button. I post videos about every single week. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.